Growing up, I always wanted to know how it feels like to be a cheerleader. See, I played baseball in middle school and high school, so I never had the chance of a cheerleading squad hyping up the 25-man squad since there was hardly a crowd to cheer for. Cheerleaders were reserved for the basketball team and the many pep rallies in high school, even if the basketball team kinda sucked donkey dick for all the 4 years I was there. Reading through the many IGN articles and watching X-Play reviews during that time, a little game known as Elite Beat Agents came into my radar. The next thing you know, it was on my lap, and that saved me a lot of headaches during that time from preventing me from joining the cheerleader squad, and my friends ripping me a new one too, now that you mention it. Okay, maybe that's a bit too romanticized. What actually happened was that I was a fool by selling Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for the GameCube when this game came out. Which, now looking at the price of the game, I regret as a GameCube collector, so this one stings a bit. Okay, a little bit is the understatement of the year. But at the same time, I got a good game in the process, so that's my defense. Elite Beat Agents is one of those games that refueled my love for rhythm games. Also, it made sense for me at the time because it kept my rhythm in check, so I won't go to band being out of place. It's like an enrichment course of some sorts, but in the form of a fun video game. Basically, you play as members of a fictional government agency, the Elite Beat Agents, responding to those in need. Seriously, some of these people reach their breaking points when they are in crisis. These panels are amazing in showing so. Now, I really wished I had a cheerleading squad to motivate me for my entire life, because Christ, that would have made my bouts with anxiety non-existent. Willing to pay for a motivation squad? DM me, please. No, you don't directly help these people out, but you use the power of music to encourage their clients and motivate them to overcome their obstacles. A lot of these scenarios are humorous, like a babysitter having trouble taking care of a rowdy couple of kids, to a ninja trying to go through his heist. There's even one scenario where a zombie apocalypse happens, and the only way to cure them is to feed them peanuts. There are scenarios that are a bit darker, like motivating a daughter to Christmas after losing her father in an unexplained tragedy, only for her to reunite him in spirit. That right there can make a grown man cry. Now excuse me, I need to go punch a wall to make myself feel like a man again. A lot of the music fits within the narrative of the scenario too. Like Seth Griffith's tragedy, the song played is You're the Inspiration by Chicago, albeit a cover version. Another thing to note is that all the music in this game are covers, probably because the license to use the music is expensive, and if Nintendo were to resell the game in the future, they won't have to pay the royalties up the wazoo to do so. Each of these scenarios are not connected to an overarching narrative, but the characters involved in each scenario take part in the final level to eliminate an alien invasion that hates music. Gameplay is done through all the touchscreen, notes are portrayed in number order, and there is a timing circle surrounding them. Once the timing circle converges to the number circle, you tap it and you get a score off of it. X means you're way off, 50 means you're still off, 100 means you're a bit close, 300 means you are perfect. Phrase markers are done by holding the stylus while following the path. Spin markers are done by spinning your stylus till the entire background lights up. If you get too many failed notes, you'll fail the level and have to start right from the beginning. The game has 4 difficulties, each having different characters to play. These characters have no special abilities to them. It's just a character skin if you want to look at it that way. Each difficulty puts you more on your toes as the timing circles get quicker and the patterns become a mess to handle. Only the most seasoned of players of this game can get S ranks in every song they play. That is pretty much it for Elite Beat Agents in a nutshell, but what if I told you there is a version us Westerners never got? I mean, it isn't JuggzMas without mentioning a game that we didn't get. That game is, okay, I'm known for butchering Japanese names, but here goes nothing. Osu Tatakae Ouendan, or Go Fight Cheer Squad for Nintendo DS. This is a Japanese version of Elite Beat Agents and started the Ouendan fandom in the mid-2000s. Instead of a group of agents motivating people in crisis, is an actual cheer squad. They even have the whole getup of a cheer squad too. If you ever seen what a cheer squad does, they're usually at sports events motivating the home team. They do this by saying chants, playing drums and whistles, and of course dancing like what is happening in the game. Being the progenitor of the series, the concept of the game remains the same overall like Elite Beat Agents, but with a Japanese aesthetic to it. A lot of the songs used of course is J-pop music from the late 90s to the early 2000s. Ouendan was a cult hit among gamers because it was unlike any other game that was seen in the West, hence why it was a highly sought out import game. In response to this, Ines developed Elite Beat Agents. Ouendan got a Japanese only sequel which is known as, oh boy, here we go again, Moro Neketsu Rhythm Damashi Osu Tatakae Ouendan 2. Try saying that 5 times fast, I dare ya. That mouthful of a title translates to Burn, Hot Rhythm Soul, Go Fight, Cheer Squad 2. Once again released for Nintendo DS in 2007, has the same premise but with a much bigger set list and a rival cheer squad to use. The entire map is split down the middle for missions you can use as the main cheer squad and the new cheer squad. Their stories get intertwined in the final level of the game to cheer the entire world in order to save the Earth when the sun stops, putting the Earth into another ice age. So as you can see, these games have been pretty much the same through its iterations, they just have a different set list. Overall, the series has never been brought back due to business reasons according to Liam Robertson of Digino Gaming. Still to this day, there's no more Ouendan games, but fans of the games like Dean Peppy Herbert keep the fandom going with Osu, a fan-made version of the Ouendan series, which is a game active in the esports community. Some types of fans are what keep the ball rolling, and this is a perfect example. While we may never see another Ouendan game, we can at least remember for what it was and the community it started. In conclusion, play the Ouendan series. It's not that hard to find on eBay, and that's pretty much it. This is Jug signing out, and see you in tomorrow's video.